Good afternoon. Laws of Davening, Mishnah Berurah Kuf Ches Yud 108:10. And today we're going to talk about what happens if you forget to daven Shemona Esrei Mincha of Shabbos. You forgot Mincha. So now, usually, when you make up Shemona Esrei, at the next service, you daven twice. So at Marv, you daven 2 times. So is the halacha going to be any different? Because the Shemona Esrei you missed was Mincha of Shabbos, and the one at the time you're going to be making it up, it is not Shabbos anymore, and you daven a different Shemona Esrei. So let's see what the halacha is. Ta v'lo hispalel mincha b'Shabbos. Someone makes a mistake and doesn't daven mincha on Shabbos, the afternoon service. Mispalel b'motzei Shabbos shtayim shalchol. He prays on Saturday night 2 weekday Shemona Esreis. Right? So we still make up the Shemona Esrei even though it's different from the one that we missed. Now, if you remember, on Motzei Shabbos, Saturday night, we say Havdalah. Havdalah in the Shemona Esrei, in the bracha of Atachonim, we say Havdalah. So which one do we say Havdalah in? So Mavdil b'Rishona ve'ena Mavdil b'Shniya. Make Havdalah in the first one and not the second one, because the first Shemona Esrei we daven is for the one we're required to daven at that time, which is Marv. So in that one we say Havdalah. The second one, which we daven, that's the makeup for Mincha. So that one we don't say Havdalah. V'im lo hivdil b'Rishona ve'hivdil b'Shniya. So what happens if you did not say Havdalah in the first one, but did say Havdalah in the second one? So you did it the wrong order. Shniya altalo, Rishona lo altalo. So the second Shemona Esrei counts, but the first one does not count. And the reason the first one does not count is because you switched the order. You davened the first one as a makeup, and you're not allowed to do that. Vim hivdil b'shtayim. If you said Havdalah in both of them, olo hivdil b'shtayim yatsa. If you said Havdalah in both of them or did not say Havdalah in both of them, you fulfilled your obligation. You don't have to go back, even though you didn't do the right thing. But it didn't show by saying Havdalah. It only shows when you say Havdalah in one and not the other that you meant that one to be the makeup. But if you didn't say Havdalah in both, or you did say Havdalah, it doesn't show anything by how you by what you did. Let's see the Mishnah Berurah. Ve'ena Mavdil mishum de Havdalah dai b'pam echad. So why do we only say Havdalah in the first Shemona Esrei? Because you only need to say Havdalah once. Moshe enki b'Shabbos v'Chodesh tzarich laskira b'chol hatfilas al kein pasuk b'sifar kodem de mispal Shabbos. Fine. Lo alta de miboy le'lakdume chovas shaita bereisha v'hu gila daita shemispal harishona letashlumin lechein tzarich lachzor lispal achas letashlumin below Havdalah. So what happened? Again, the case where in the first one he did not say Havdalah, in the second one he did say Havdalah. So why does the first Shemona Esrei not count? Because by saying Havdalah in only the second Shemona Esrei, he showed that in the first one he didn't mean it to be for Marv, but rather he meant it to be for a makeup for Mincha. So therefore it doesn't count, and he has to daven another makeup Shemona Esrei after. So he ends up davening 3 Shemona Esreis on Motzei Shabbos. Im kivin b'machshavto. However, if he has explicitly in his mind, sharishona lechiyuva v'hashniya letashlumin, u'mashe hipech Havdalah hayabetos v'shogav lo z'cham klein tzarich lachzor. But let's say he had explicitly in his mind that my first Shemona Esrei is for Marv, and my second Shemona Esrei is a makeup for Mincha. But for whatever reason, he made a mistake and he only said Havdalah in the second one. So since he had in his mind explicitly that the first Shemona Esrei should be for Marv, then it counts and you don't have to go back. Vim hivdil kol zabestama avlim haybadaita beferish harishona lahashlama nira delo yatsa. And he adds, anytime you have in mind that the first Shemona Esrei should be as the makeup Shemona Esrei, then it does not count. Okay, lo hivdil she'ein chozrim b'shvil askaras Havdalah b'tefila. We don't go back. If you forget Havdalah on Saturday night in the Shemona Esrei, you don't go back and daven again. Ha'il v'yachal la'omra l'kos. Since you're going to say Havdalah later on the cup, when we do Havdalah with the cup and the candle and the spices, since we're going to do it later, if you forget Havdalah in the Shemona Esrei, you do not have to go back. Like we'll write over there. V'im achakach tam kodem shehivdil alakos. The kaimlan sarach lachzor this palum mikol makom altalo tfilas atashlumin came into b'shar she's pal tashlumin shaper hayapater mechavas shaitash hari hayakos lefonav raksha ayidei shatam nischayev. He says that let's say you daven these 2 Shemona Esreis and then you drank and then you ate something before Havdalah. So he says the halacha is that if you eat something before Havdalah, you have to go back and daven Shemona Esrei again. So do you have to go back and daven your makeup Shemona Esrei again? So he says in that case you do not. So if you daven 2 Shemona Esreis to make up for Mincha, and then you drank or ate something before Havdalah, So you have to go back and daven again, but just your Ma'ariv Shemona Esrei, you don't have to go back and do your Tashlumin. Again, just to summarize, so we learned that if someone forgets Mincha on Shabbos, he davens 2 Ma'arivs, Motzi Shabbos, and the first Shemona Esrei he should say Havdalah, and the second Shemona Esrei he should not say Havdalah. Okay, hope everyone has a beautiful day.